Bluebell have won the lag for the break in the first frame. This is the team plate final. Sorry, it's taken a little while to get everything set up in terms of who's playing who. Now that that's done, everything should go quite smooth the rest of the day. Fingers crossed. Quite a conservative break there, I think. Probably suit Nicola for the Ramblers. Very tactical player, knows the way around the table. I'm sure I said that last year as well. I'm going to be joined by Nicola's significant other at some point today, Mr. Barnes. Nice pot there into the top bag. Grabs the bag. Could be one of them games, I think. Strap in. Get your opiates on the go. Yellows have opened up a little bit here. Sorry, I had to go away there for a second. Table looks in a lot better shape than when I left, to be honest. Well, I think that's a foul. Ballaster at the cushion. Nicola's opted to pick the white ball up, as is her right, after a foul stroke. Potting the problem ball on her first visit. Nice little plant there. Things are opening up a little bit. I think Nicola went to get that bag. Pot attempt there. Missed it by a few inch. See, the issue with these tactical games is that at some point you're going to have to go for it. The aim of the game is to pot the balls. But Nicola, more times than not, knows when that time is. It could be now. Nice development shot there. I don't know if you can see the red that she knocked onto the cushion and bounced off near her other red. I think she's going to get this back. Don't think that was potable. Another missed pot there. It's not like this player. This is the final. Bit of nerves about. Bragging rights. Like I mentioned in the intro. The Ramblers finished top of the league with the Bluebell Vikings coming in second. The first time the Ramblers have ever won the league. Nicola opting to maintain control of the pockets down this bottom end. Opportunity to get one out here though. Closest yellow to the cue ball. Could now be the time for this Bluebell player to be a bit more aggressive. Get his yellow balls out whilst the red balls are a little bit awkward on the right hand side there. Another delicate shot there. Trying to nudge him out, get him into a more potable position. I think Nicola's next visit will be an attempted dish, dependent on where this white ball is left. That's a good shot. I think he's managed. Maybe not. Thought he'd managed to cover both sides of the table there. Nicola might need to come off a cushion to pot this red over the right hand side. Always nervy these first games of finals. Always big to go. 1-0 up. Tightening things up again, making it the dish difficult. Just seen Mr. Burns. He's coming from work. I think he's got the apprentice clocking him out. Early finish for him today. Straight on the ale. Great atmosphere in here today, the Triangle in Ashton. It's going to be difficult to get onto this red near the black. She doesn't have the insurance now. With the cover over the pockets like she had before. Probably been forced into going for this. Well, it's tight into the middle. It does go into the top bag. I think it slides past the black. Be a part of the day so far. We're only half an hour in now. Oh, it's a good attempt. It's a great attempt. I think line was right. Length a little bit short. Unlucky there. Now opportunity. Tables opened up. Yellow's look appetizing. One down. 4 more pots to go. Probably just landed on the wrong side of this yellow. The cannon didn't help him out there. Might have to go in and out. The bottom end of the table. That's what he attempted. I think he struck it well. His line was just a little bit off. Unlucky that. Right, pressure pot for Nicola coming up. Very difficult shot this to get onto the black. I think just leaving any kind of shot at the black would be a bonus. Where the yellows are, you can't really play safe here. It's a great attempt. Has it come far enough over for the potting angle? I think it has, you know. Straight down on it, I think. That's a lovely pot. Wiped its feet, but it was there. The Q8 Ramblers go 1-0 up in the team plate final. Welcome back, Joe Thorne against Scott Wall. This is going to be a good game. Looking forward to this. Scott, snooker and pool veteran. He won the lag. Sure, Scott got a break higher than 30 once, which was brilliant. He was playing billiards at the time, but Scott to break. Both balls have split nice. Scott potted a red off the break, but he can nominate. Go for whichever colour he wants. I think yellows look a bit more open here. That top left red. Looks a bit awkward. But Scott's going for red. He tried to develop that red first ball. Got an unlucky kiss off the yellow and into the middle it goes. Now it's still an open table. Joe can go for whichever ball he wants apart from the black. Well, actually, he can go for the black. He's got a free shot on his first shot. Scott's still shaking his head. So still open table. Joe from the Ramblers has used his first free shot. Reds are now in play. I'm still not sure what's going to happen with this top left red. The other three seem quite simple. It's not a miss Joe would normally do, trying to do a bit too much with the cue ball. Took his eye off the pot a little bit. No, this is an opportunity. Scott will already be thinking about this problem ball on the left hand side of the table near the middle pocket. Whether he wants to try and disturb it or land on it. It looks like he's got the right angle on this picture, but from the side on, no. That's why he's going for the one at the top. Lovely cue in there. Got to be thinking as well which ball you're going to get up the table to get on the black. Which ball you're going to use to do that. Looks like he's going to be forced into doing it off this yellow on the side cushion. That's a great shot. That's a great shot. Lovely development shot. Plumb on the black. One apiece. Lovely clearance there by Scott Wall. What we've come used to be honest, in the league. Andy Burns for the Ramblers. And Johan Cruyff for the Bluebell. I'm sorry, I don't know his name. Lovely orange shirt. Now Andy Burns, who's sitting down you right next to me here. He's a bit of a character. Known throughout the league, individuals winner. He's coming up against it here though. A dry break, unfortunate. And the option for the Reds. What pattern has he picked out here? I think he wanted to slide past that yellow. Cannoned it full in the face instead. I wonder if he can nick this red on the left-hand side near the middle bag. We'll be running the white up and down the table a little bit. I don't know what he tried there. But whatever it was, I don't think it worked out. First proper visit for the Bluebell man. I'll be thinking what I can do with this yellow next to the red. Near the left-hand middle pocket. Maybe a similar shot to what Scott played in the last frame. Trying to engineer that angle so he can go in and disturb it. There we go. Lovely little flick out. These look quite simple now. I don't want to put the mockers on it. Just choosing which one, which order to go to take them out in. Might get a little bit of a cannon here. No, managed to play through. Well, he's landed the wrong side of this yellow. So he either comes in and out of balk or takes it long. Pretty much where the yellow is now. Maybe even a little bit further forward. He's tried for it. I think he put a bit of incorrect check side on that. Slowed up and stopped. And the reds look open now. Maybe the double, full lengther. Well, I don't think he'll be happy with that. His yellow's gone safe. Promoted one of the reds. Now I'm going to jinx it again and say that these don't look too bad to take out. Andy won't be happy with that shot. He's hampered here. Yeah, bridging over that yellow. And even more so, Andy's left-handed, so had to really bridge over it. I think whatever he does here, if he leaves the white at the top left-hand side of the table, promotes his yellow, I think he should be pretty safe. Yeah, that's what he's done. Covered off the reds. Down the table with the yellow, but I think he's opened himself up here to be snookered by Andy. No, he's gone for the double. Now, I don't know if that red that's landed next to the black has actually stopped the black from potting into the left-hand corner pocket. He's just looking at it now. I didn't get any indication as to whether it did or didn't. Yellow's gone safe again after that pot attempt. He's looked nice and simple, just nice cueing needed here. Natural angle should take him on the black into the opposite corner. Just like that. That's 2-1 to the Ramblers. A little bit scrappy. I don't think Andy will be fully and completely happy with that. Neither will his opponent. But sometimes you've got to play it out. Take your chances when they come, and that's what Andy did. 2-1 the Ramblers. Now, Ian Cross should be good at this lag. I think he's had about 20 practice attempts.
Yes, so... So, a bit of a birthday wish going on. John Cross, the young gentleman who's just lagged, and he has...
Oh, going to be close, going to be close.
He's lost the lag, John Cross.
No, I think John Cross might have won the lag.
No way. Let me... Oh, yes, he has. He has. John Cross has won the lag. It's the way I was looking.
How many pints did you say you've had?
I've only had one pint. Steve was looking at the stream table, which was a better view. Anyway, John Cross, 78 today.
Wow.
Happy
birthday, John.
Happy birthday, John Cross.
Well, it looks like Ian's racking them up.
Well,
John, did you win that lag?
No, I don't know whether Ian Cross is going to give him a birthday present and let him win, but he's a bit mean, Ian Cross, so I don't think he's bothered about John's feelings on his birthday.
It's very nice of Ian offering to rack the balls for John.
Very noble indeed. I would have let him rack his own personally.
I'd prefer to rack me on, to be honest.
So, I don't know whether you mentioned, Steve, not particularly relevant to finals day, but it will be on presentation night.
Oh, yes.
Have you mentioned the who's won the league?
I have mentioned who's won the league.
Right. Well, let's mention it again, because it's...
The Ramblers.
The Ramblers have won the league.
By 4 points I was looking before.
4 points. John Cross has just come up dry, by the way, on that break. 23 years of mental torture it's taken for the Ramblers to win this. There's teams come in with superstars and they've won it with 2 attempts, and the poor old Ramblers have just gone month after year after year after year and come up short. Well, guess what?
And venue after venue after venue after venue.
It has been known that we are prone to changing venues, and that is why we're called the Ramblers. I think it was Alan Sharrock who give us that name, but I think it was an insult at the time, but we ended up actually liking it, so we kept it. So yeah, thanks for that, Alan. I think he was trying to upset us, but he actually did us a great favour there. So there you go. So anyway, back to the game. John Cross come up dry, and table's not split particularly well, I wouldn't say.
Yellows look alright, but it's getting onto him, that's the issue.
Well,
there's going to be a few, I think there's going to be a few of these shots.
Yeah, he's done well because he's made sure it's in the cushion.
Containing safety, they call them.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
Apparently so.
Yeah.
I saw it on the snooker.
Yeah, well, Steve's just bought himself. Have you gone for... You've not gone for a Foster's, sure to God.
I have gone for a Foster's.
Oh, my good gracious me.
One, I'm in the car.
Right.
Obviously, because I'm not carrying all this gear home to Pemberton. Right. And 2, I'm not into all these...
traditional...
craft ales.
Oh, he just hit the cushion then with the red. That was actually close to a foul. Well, Steve is in the belief that curling and Foster's are deemed as traditional ales.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm not sure he's quite got the concept of what a traditional ale is. However, we'll leave him to it because he seems happy enough drinking it, so let's not spoil that.
I'm a simple man. With simple tastes.
Some people call him a simpleton. I'm actually...
they're not far wrong, I don't think.
Now then. Oh, that's a nice cheeky... That's a dirty shot by Young Cross. We'll call them Young Cross and Old Cross, these two, because it's just easier to define.
Well, is it still open table?
Yes, I think it is.
So
can he pop the L into the middle pocket?
It looks like he can.
I think it flies in. You may need just jack it up a little bit, I think. And then, saying that...
stop it dead.
Well,
and you've got the...
I'm just scared of the double hit or something. I like jacking these up just to eliminate any risk of bloody miscuing or whatever.
Well, we saw how you operate when you jacked up your cue when you were...
Right, can we stop talking about my frame now,
No,
please?
I want to keep talking about it.
Yeah, but Steve, there's another frame on now.
Right, okay.
So if we keep talking about the previous frame, people will not know what frame we're on. They might think this Andy Barnes is on the table now. But I'm only 52 and this guy's 78, so that would technically be a little bit of an insult.
He looks a lot better than you.
Yeah. Right, so...
He has been around, like you said, John Cross, very experienced. Former England player.
John Cross was the biggest player in Wigan and surrounding areas for a lot of years. And to keep containing that, I mean, he's not exactly what he was, but to keep containing, being a decent player in the top division is very commendable, really. Think about it.
For a second place team as well, high up the league.
Yeah, they're no mugs. They're a decent squad. However, I don't want to. I mean, it might be good publicity. This I don't want to make bad publicity, but there's rumours that they're going to be a bit short on numbers next year, and to the point where they're not 100% sure what chance they've got of actually putting a team in. I'm thinking though.
They're joining.
No, I'm not joining. I'm not joining. I've had enough venues for one lifetime. I'm thinking that somebody might just come out the woodwork and want to join them because they've got a couple of nice players, and
Yeah, I think someone of Scott's calibre can bring in someone from another league.
Yeah.
To make sure they can play,
Right, anyway, at least somebody's on a ball now, so that's a positive.
Yeah, well, Cross is on reds here, and he's picking his way. He played a nice pot into the middle pocket, though. Not landed perfectly here.
No, and
slightly hampered.
And that cluster of three are not easy balls.
No.
They're all a little bit peak-tongue in regards to getting from one. Well, unless he screws into him off this one.
Yeah, difficult.
He's screwed into him, but he's compromised the pot by screwing into him. Sometimes we're all guilty of that. Sometimes you think to yourself, right, I'll just flick into these and make a more of an obtainable ball, and then you just bloody last second you take your flipping eye off shot, and then you end up missing the shot, and you think to yourself, you've done it, but you just can't stop yourself. It's just human nature. We're all prone to making errors. Nobody's perfect.
Yeah, it's. I was gonna say it had tightened the game up there with that yellow on the left hand side, but John's managed to cannon it straight away, get it out.
If I'm honest, no, I'm not. I'm not.
You're not honest.
I'm not honest. No, I'm not confident he'll finish these, even though he's a good player. But I just think, especially the one next to the middle pocket, that yellow.
Well, I
think
it goes, but you'd have to be right behind it, right on it.
Exactly. And let's be honest, it's not going to be dead easy if I just get right behind that. Not with that red there, especially. So let's see what he does here. So.
Well, I think
I don't
think he's on anything here.
I think it's a bit of a disastrous shot, that, if I'm honest. He will not be happy with that. Now, what he may go to do is cut that yellow closest to it over to the black pocket, and if he got a result, he may get the black pocket, which gives him.
Well, he could cannon into this yellow and actually pot.
Oh God!
There we go.
Oh God!
Just like that.
Yes, good shot, brilliant shot. Didn't even see that.
And he's got the black bag.
He's got the black bag as well. Oh God, that is a Brucey bonus. That could not have worked out much better. So, he knew the second he delivered the cue. His disgust was so. It was apparent. Everyone knew it was up straight away. He thought, God, what have I done that for? But I think what Crossy needs to think about doing is getting that black pocket.
Oh, getting the black out. You get the black out. I think these look on.
Either or.
If someone of Ian Cross's calibre.
Yeah. I mean, they're all on, but you could actually go into it off the ball that's nearest to him at the moment.
Screw across.
Crash into it. But the problem is with doing that, you have a fair chance of tying the other head up then. So I think he may be going for this. He is more of an aggressive player. So let's see what he does. He might just play into the red. You can just flick it. Oh, God. And that was my concern.
Exactly what you've said.
I just call that. You've always a chance of tying that second red up because on another day, it works out. But no. That is a major problem.
They'll try and manufacture another cannon into them, and with all the balls down the bottom end of the table, that's going to be hard.
Could you not? I'm not sure. If you was, can I pop this into this corner pocket? If it can pop this into this corner near where his cue is now, it could. I would go to say he could flick that into the middle pocket and hopefully flick the yellow it. But I think the other yellow's going to be in the way a little bit for that, you know.
Yeah.
And again, if you only hit it light the yellow, you might actually tie the flipping black up.
Do you run for cover here? Try and knock pot a red and then knock another red over the black bag. Tie it up a little bit.
I would like to get that black pocket because, like I said at previous visit, it might sound negative, and it does sound negative. But at the end of the day, if you've got the black pocket, you have got so much of an advantage. Because the other geezer does whatever he does, and chances is he's going to need more than one shot to pot the black.
Yeah.
So,
bit of thinking time.
Well, I think it's one of these, Steve. It's how do you feel? You see a shot, you take it, and this is the right shot. And I'll tell you why it's the right shot, because he...
You weren't thinking that shot, were you?
No.
But it was a good attempt.
It was a good attempt. And I'll tell you why it's the right shot, because it's the shot he felt comfortable with. So you play a league pool like all of us do, and then you come off at end of the game and they say, oh, you should have done this, should have done that, right? And you say, listen, end of the day, it's you playing the thing. You've got to feel confident in what you're going for. So as much as somebody else says to you, oh, you could have done it this way, could have done it that way, but if you'd done it that way, you wouldn't have been confident because your gut instinct said go the other way. There is obviously circumstances where people blatantly play the wrong ball. We know that. But if it's like 6 of one and a half dozen of the other, you go for your gut instinct. What's he got? That's a nice pot. He's got the pocket. Oh God, technically he's got the top two pockets. He's got the top of the table now. Top of the table's totally. I mean, if you was to try and flick that red out, there's a chance it might go over that yellow pocket now, which is again, it's giving us less room for error there. We could do with. It would be nice getting that black pocket. I just think that's the only option at this point. And
I think. The best red to do it would be this. What would be this one? I'm pointing to on the screen. Obviously, people at home can't see, but it's the red near the middle pocket, the right middle pocket.
Yeah.
If you can pot a ball, get behind that, to then move the red over that top right hand corner bag, and it lets you fight another day then. Because at the minute, John's massively in front of you.
Oh, and the thing that's a bit of a shame here is if that red. You could just put it up pocket and tie the yellow up and the black. That'd be great. But you can't. The yellow is too far in front, so you're going to have to bounce it off the cushion. You'll tie the black up, but the yellow will still go, which is absolutely disastrous because he'll have 3 balls over pocket and he'll have a good opportunity to create an angle for and bring out the black as well. And that, so it's just that red and yellow at the top of the table are absolutely terribly not in the Ramblers' favour.
Yeah.
So
well, he doesn't have enough collateral to do anything with it at the minute. He needs to make that.
He keyed that well.
So I think he's going to play here.
I think he's clattering into the yellow and the red on the shot.
He is. He's going to go into the off the red near the left middle pocket. Here we go. You can see this.
This is how's your luck. Get out. Oh, and that's how your luck is. However, it is bad luck. But in another way, it's not as bad luck as it could have been because look at them 2 yellows now next to that single red.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's not capable of potting them, but by God, they could have been easier than this.
Yeah, well, he has got a free shot. What you do with that free shot, I think he's trying to get them both out.
I want to give a quick mention to one of our viewers today. Now, this guy... Hang on. He knows who I'm talking about. I've not even said his name yet. Right, John's just... Oh. The viewer who's not been able to make it today for whatever reason is a true rambler. He's been here since 1932 or something with us. And he actually played the winning frame of the cup, the knockout cup last year.
Oh, yes.
His name's Curl Barron, right? Curl Barron is smiling now as I speak to his name. Oh, God, he's just played that absolutely perfect.
It's beautiful. I think this frame looks over.
Our only hope is this. Oh, God. Right, yeah, Curl Barron, we do love him to pieces. He might not think it. We don't show that much love on our team. That's a good shot. But, yeah, it's a shame he couldn't have been here today, but, yeah.
Difficult cue in this now, though. It's harder than it could have been.
He didn't want it on the cushion.
And he's potted it.
So, the old 78-year-old veteran has come up with the goods against Vince Ian Cross. So,
Q8, 2, Bluebell Vikings, 2.
Yes. It could actually go to a last frame shooter. We may have to ring Kel Barron up after all. Might be the only way that we can get through this final. Anyway, I'm not sure who's going to be going on now, but they have still got some good players. But they have got rid of Scott Wall, who is the best player, and that is not even debatable. We've got Pete Leonard coming on for the Ramblers, who technically, on skill levels, is the best player on the Ramblers. His overall game is not bad. It's very good, actually, but he's such a sharp cueist. The trouble is sometimes, for my criticism, it goes from sometimes a little bit, sometimes when they're not even on, but he's kind of that good, he can kind of do it. So, but it can sometimes get him into a bit of trouble. I hope it doesn't. Pete's a brilliant player, there's no question. He's had 5 8 balls in season this year, so that shows what sort of player he is. He just is. If you play him, he's going to go for your throat.
He moves quicker on the table, doesn't he, does Pete?
Yeah, I'm not sure he spent a lot of time on his ear today. His ear looks a little bit windswept.
And interesting.
No, he's playing Dava Moylan. Now, Dava's put a bit of effort into his ear today. He's got the gel on, he's got a bit of a Mohican going on. I like that. He might be getting a bit old for this hairstyle.
He's got the shades hanging out the pocket as well. I like that.
He's got the glasses on. He's just give us a bit of a bow. Yes. So, both unshaven, both wearing shorts.
I wonder where you're going there when you said unshaven.
So,
looks like we've lost the lag again. I said we. I keep saying we.
Steve,
listen. I've got to be neutral. The Bluebell Vikings won that lag, and I don't think a lag has been won by the Ramblers.
2-2. Be 3.
Pete Leonard's asking the score.
Yeah.
He said it'll be 3-2 in a minute. Nice and confident. That's if he gets a shot, because Dava is capable.
Pete's got a saying on League Night, he plays for the Ramblers, that if we get 3 frames, that means we've won the match, because you need 5 frames to win the match, but Pete's guaranteed to win his frame, and then he's obviously guaranteed to influence the doubles, so we only ever need 3 frames. That's why we won the league. So Pete seems nice and happy. That's good. Now then, ready for... Oh, he's just polishing it on the top rail. Getting rid of any short marks, or... I don't know.
Crucial game, this. 2 apiece at the moment.
No, the white's going hurtling everywhere. However, he has potted a couple of balls. So...
Lovely break, to be honest.
1 yellow ball potted.
What you liking here, Andy?
What's the what? What am I liking? Does that yellow drop into the middle pocket?
It looks like it does.
I'm thinking reds anyway. I think reds are better.
Okay. I was thinking yellows, but maybe that's why I don't play anymore.
I was told by Ian Cross, who's just lost, that he had your game earlier.
He did.
And you were rolling back the years with exquisite panache. Now he's gone for my option, and now I think you'd say I think reds are the better ball.
Yeah, reds are.
Especially with them 2 yellows the way they're set, because unfortunately you can pot one, you could maybe flip the red out, what's over the left bag as you look at it, but then the second one doesn't go into either bag if you don't free up the pocket, so I think that's why he's took reds. Now I don't think he wanted to leave this as a plant, so I think he's a bit disappointed with that, young Dava.
Yeah, played it a bit quick, I think. Stop for a second, have a look around, see where you want to leave your white.
Do you think you had a bit of a rush of blood?
Yeah, maybe. Well, you get greeted with the table as good as this. Sometimes you do end up rushing it a little bit, and that. I thought that'd have been a foul, that, wouldn't it?
It would if it hadn't touched course, but it did. Well, it went in anyway.
If it hadn't gone in the pocket.
I think it slid off the side of the side cushion, actually.
Back in prime position.
Yep. So, let's see where this goes. Sliding this into corner pocket, clean.
He's come. That's a bit of adrenaline, that.
It's a bit of adrenaline, but I think he can go to the left-hand side of the black. And I think he's got a fair chance of being on the ball that's not over the pocket. Oh, my God. Oh, God,
wow.
That was reckless, that.
The angle must have been more acute than what we thought up here.
So, he's snooking on the obvious ball he wants pot, and the other one's a snip. So, if you snip it in...
He's going to need the rest. He's tucked his shirt into his trousers.
Yep.
He's tucked everything else in.
He's got his leg over the table and everything here. He
went for it.
What's happening here? Right, Peter might need to... Oh, that's a bit unlucky. I think he's got away with that, if I'm honest. I think what Pete's going to do is going to queue over this awkward yellow, and he's going to try and either pot the plant or get the bag. If he can bag snatch here, I think it will be a result.
Do you think he'll do an assessment of the angles with his fingers here?
He does a hell of a lot of pointing, both with his fingers and his cue, I'll add. And he'll start doing loads of little steps around the table, but he's been very, very calm today. But saying that, he's not a shot yet. Now then, he's going to try and get the bag. Oh, pot it. Let's see. And he's got the bag. That'll do.
Yeah, lovely shot.
That's all we needed. Nah, he's got him right back in the game. It's sometimes little shots like that which mean so much. It's all right knocking balls in full length at tables. Sometimes just covering a pocket, it changes everything. And all of a sudden, Davin now is like, oh my God, what am I going to do now? He's now thinking, I should have beat him at first visit, but I mean, if it was all that good, it'd be boring, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and he knows if he leaves Pete in, Pete's very likely to clear him up, looking where the yellows are.
Yeah, and even the yellow next to the middle pocket, I feel it's not that close to the side cushion to making a major problem. I think it goes in the middle quite well, if I'm honest. So, what's Dava thinking, I wonder?
I was just going to ask you now, what you thinking here?
Well, you can't tie anything up. I suppose. Good God. Can you not flick? Could you? I think the angle there, you could flick off and potentially knock the yellow that's on the black spot over towards where the red wasn't, so it'd be this side of the red. But anyway, he's not gone for that shot. That's the only shot I saw off the top of my head on a quick look. No. There's only one thing Pete's thinking about. He's just thinking about shaking his hand now. But it doesn't always work out that way. I mean, nobody's perfect. Let's see. He might try and get on this awkward yellow straight away. He's taking that into the top corner, then he'll take that, then he'll take that up corner pocket, and then them other two, and then black's where it is. So you can. There's only Pete. If Pete plays average, it's over.
We'll soon see.
He's in perfect position, but get the awkward yellow off. And the beauty of this is he don't have to do nothing with the white because he's got that thing. He's got the corner ball sitting pretty, which is that's a benefit. That if you had to power this in, you might actually compromise the pot. So, do you know? If it had topped that through a little bit more, it would have been even easier because he could have just put that into the opposite corner pocket, the black spot one, and then. It's so easy, but I still fancy him take them, if I'm honest.
Well, I do as well, but they're always difficult to judge out of the jaws of the pocket. Yeah, he's just that really well.
He played it out with lashings the left-hand side. You saw how much spin was on that ball, and that has made such a difference. I think he's got a nice angle here to bounce back up, put it in the same pocket. Oh, he's opposite pocket. Played at the top. That's fine. Now then.
Just deciding where he wants to put the black now, I think.
He's got to play in this side, though, I think. Left-hand side. Oh, he's putting it in the middle. That's good.
Must go in the middle.
Bread and butter for Pete, this. 3-2 to the Rams.
Well done.
Yes, Peter Leonard.
You predicted it.
So, Matt Dodge against Kel Clark.
Lag for the break.
Well, I'll be honest with you.
It's a good one from both.
2 good lags.
No.
But Kel Clark's won the lag.
And the Bluebell win another lag. They haven't taken advantage of these lags, these breaks, because they do find themselves behind.
They do, and they've come up dry a couple of times, as I know. So, Kel Clark's had a bit of a haircut for this event, I think.
Especially
for the finals day. They might have been to the Turkish barbers on Winston Shops.
Wonder if they did them. Wonder if they did them wax things that they stick in your nose and in your ears.
I've never been.
Have you ever had them?
No, I've never been one for that.
I had it done to me. I'd like to say I asked, but I just had it done to me before. Some form of abuse, I think. But to be honest, I enjoyed it. Try anything once. Right. Bluebell Vikings, Kel Clark to break.
Oh, the black's gone in. Let's start again. No golden break, Kel. Kel Clark wanted a golden break, then he wanted to win the frame.
Blackball went into the top left-hand bag from the break. It's good job it's not a pound again.
I want to congratulate the Black Bull. Promotion to the Division 1. They came from the Wigan League and they stormed it and they've blown everyone away. I think they've got a good side, you know. How they go on in the top division, I don't think for 1 minute they'll struggle. Some people say they might actually win it, but...
Well, that's what I've been told. And I've a Q8 team come up as well.
Yeah, the Q8's come up. They're which is with Wilkie and Louise and all that. I don't know the rest of them. I only know Wilkie and Louise. And they're 2 nice people, very friendly. So Wilkie can get a bit buoyant sometimes, I must admit. But however, they must have a very good team. So the league is actually, the Division 1 Orrell League is going to get even more difficult like next year coming.
It's doing well at the minute. There's a lot of teams in both divisions.
Yeah, I mean, now then, it's come up dry. So that break, that winning the lag, has actually come with no benefit whatsoever. If anything, it's become a bloody... It's become a nuisance because now Matt's got the opportunity to pick the best balls.
Yeah, absolutely. Reds look better here, do you think, Andy? A couple of difficult yellows and bunches together.
Yeah, you've got to go Reds. You've got to do. I mean, you've got a couple of tricky Reds, but I'd rather be Reds, especially with this one over the corner pocket on up top of the table. But yeah, you've got to go Reds. So, I don't know what ball he's playing for after this. Not sure he does. I think he would like to have been on one of them 2 and slid it over the pocket, tied the 2 yellows up, but I'm not sure he can see enough of it. Unless you can see the top one of the 2. Yeah, he can. Yeah, he can. Of course he can. He can see at least one of them. So you want this in or over? That's all right.
He's played that very well.
Yeah, it's a shame it didn't bounce out a little bit more because now we can't cut it and get the pocket, but it is what it is. I'd be tempted to screw this red back and try again on that awkward red. That's a nice part. Yeah.
He's queuing confidently, isn't he?
Yeah. If he doesn't have to make any like big decisions, well, that's fine. Just roll your balls in. It can be a simple game, this, sometimes. Other times it can be a bloody nightmare to decide what's right and what's wrong.
Well, he's got a good angle here. If he wants to try and flick this red out, a little bit higher up than the red near the middle bag. It can do, but it just come with danger.
I think taking the one near the 2 yellows might not be a good idea because you don't have no shot at the back of it. So this is a better option.
No, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So yeah, take this one and flick out the red that's on directly on its left hand side, as we're seeing here.
Yeah. It doesn't need.
But you don't just smash this. Just a delicate shot, just like that.
That's lovely.
Perfect.
As long as it goes into the opposite corner, it's lovely. Does it, because if it doesn't, it won't go into either pocket. That's your problem there. Unless you can pop the red into the corner pocket and then put it into the middle pocket. But I don't want to be leaving that last red till last, that awkward one till last year.
No.
Is it not a case of maybe just roll that one over the bottom corner? Insurance curls up against it then.
Could be.
It's all about preference.
I think if it went this red, it'd have already be down on the shot here.
I don't think it goes me.
No, I don't think it does.
So I
don't know if it's a better angle, but
I think you've got two choices here. I think you can either put the red over the corner pocket, maybe screw into the yellow what's next to it to hold for the red into the middle pocket, and then either top it through or whatever, and then have a go at potting in or over on the last one. Just get to the black. Curl's got two really bad yellows here.
Yeah, it sounds like Route 66 that though, Andy.
I think
he's gone for the bag. He didn't go for the pot though. I think he went for the bag.
I don't think it's worked out too well that because them 2 yellows now, if they didn't go before, they do now because you've made a bigger pocket. So they'll now flicking off the red. But he has still got 2 majorly bad balls. Even if he develops those 2, what's next to each other, he's still got those 2 on the side cushion, which are
and the
one next to the red, of course, yeah.
Top left, yeah.
Yeah, so he's got
a few problems here.
He's a mountain of problems, really, when you think about it. And it's only his second visit to the table. His first visit was a dry break. Matt's popped 4 balls off in quick succession, and Curl's now thinking, bloody hell, it's not ideal. So, what's he going to do? He's flicking off the red. Oh, it went in direct. It was a big pocket, regardless. So,
quite aggressive, but he's not got anything out of it.
I just think he's just moved sideways because he's still got 3 problem balls for me. Well, he has got 3 problem balls, and the black is not fabulous, but I don't think black's least he worries. It will go in black anyway, so let's not worry about the black too much at this point. I think he has to worry about the other 3 balls, the 2 on the side and the one next to the red. So, Curl's looking a little bit unsure. He's thinking, good God, I've not got a lot of options here. I'll tell you what would be a nice option. Is looking at potting that and flicking the thing away, which it'll solve one of your 3 problems.
I almost feel when you're so far behind in a frame, and you know this isn't through the way Curl's played.
He might bring out this side cushion at the same time here.
That's a good shot.
He's missed. He tried to flick out the one near the middle pocket, which would have been a super shot.
Yeah, but you almost, you've just got too much to do, and you don't have.
I think what you like you said. I mean, if you overcomplicate the shot too much, you end up missing the objective, which is potting the ball.
Yeah.
So
you just end up chasing.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I think Matt should feel reasonably happy at this point because it looks like he's got his cueing arm in. It looks like he's potting well enough to pop these 3 off if he gets another chance, and I'm sure he will get another chance. Oh God.
Well,
that's.
But I think you man. be happy with that.
I think he will. His face doesn't say he's happy. He looks distraught. But I think, bearing in mind where the frame is,
Yeah, absolutely.
I think where them 2 yellows on the side cushion, I think it's a benefit to himself because Matt now has
Get
got
one out now on this shot, and then get the other out on the other shot.
Yeah, that's it. You could actually have a go at potting this down the rail into the bottom corner pocket.
Yep.
And then if it does drop in, you can take the other one on and get
Yeah.
rid of both. I'm not sure whether this is the right idea. No, I'm not sure that was the right idea, but each to their own. Now then,
Has he left this?
Yeah, yes, he has. The red goes into the corner, the middle pocket. I think he should have done my option, but it's each down to their own personal ideas. So, for me, he's got to take this on now. White Curl's still got a problem yellow, and it is a problem, but it's not. It is gettable, but it's missable as well. But yeah, if he pots this, who knows?
I think what will make the decision simpler is that it's probably the only shot that's on anyway.
The other shot,
other than trying to get that top left-hand bag.
Yeah, it can bag snatch, but again, the way I see it here is, he's got an opportunity, and Curl's got a problem ball. You go get that situation again, because I think if he covers the bag, first thing Curl's got to do is free up his problem ball. So then when he does have to go for it next time, he'll be doing it with no cover. He can kind of go for this now with a bit of cover. He's not going for our option, I don't think, Steve. He's looking at the red over the corner. And if he pots it, that will not be a good shot. Well, unless you can get the red out. Too thin.
Too thin.
Thinner than my legs are.
And to be honest, I think this... No, I thought this yellow near the black could... Oh,
no, then from being in that such a strong position, he now has to free this red. Why? He's still got a problem ball. He's got to get this red out.
Yeah, first shot.
It's
the only shot.
There's no other idea.
Otherwise, you'll swap. Whose head in the frame will swap over in one single shot if he doesn't do that.
Correct. So, he's doing the right shot, which is good. Oh, that's a terrible shot. If you're going to get it out. No, Curl's now getting his problem ball out, which we said she should not have allowed this to happen. In or over, he's happy with it over, he's happy with it in, it didn't matter.
Yeah.
Now then, how the tables have reversed.
It's amazing, isn't it? You within a space of 3-4 shots.
The chances of him dishing these now, he's got more chance of boiling an egg in the canal.
It is warm out there today.
Unless, could you play this thin with a little bit of right hand side and skill shot the yellow in? It is on that angle. A bit of right hand side, if it's thin as you can, straight up table. No?
You'll do well.
It's an option. Curl likes it. Not a lot of options, if I'm honest. It's just about how thin you hit it, this.
I think he needed to play that with a bit of right hand side as well.
Yeah. So, let's see what Carl's idea is. Does that pot into the middle to free up that yellow? Because that's a bit of a semi-problem yellow. If it does, I think I'd do it.
I don't think it does, because I think he'd have gone for that before. Yeah. I don't think it does.
Right. Because that would be the shot, I think.
Because he had a similar shot to this before when he decided to put that yellow over the top left bag. So I don't think it does go.
No.
Don't think this angle gives us anything better.
No.
It looks like it goes from
it
here.
Does. That's what I'm saying. Unless it's actually touching the black, does it? I mean, worst scenario, if you put it near the middle pocket, what would Matt have? He'd still have that massively problem red, and Carl's balls would be developed.
Well, you also don't want to squeeze the black onto the side cush, do you?
Don't risk that. Even though it would he would still have the pocket with the authority, you don't want, because pot all your balls and then you bobble the black and then the other player has 2 or 3 tap-ins. That you kick yourself for doing that because you put it there. So you don't want to put yourself into trouble. Obviously, when the opponent puts you into trouble, there's nothing you can do about it. But there you go. So, Kel Clark, what's he going to do? He's looking at that yellow over next to the black, though. He's not took his eyes off it.
No, he's shaking his head.
He don't like it. It looked like a kestrel about to attack a little mouse then, but he's turned his back on that shot. So, did he go to... does that yellow go into the corner pocket?
It must go in one.
If it goes into the corner pocket, well, that eliminates the previous shot as being a problem. Again, don't squeeze the black.
But again, yeah, squeezing that black, and before you know it, you've got...
do you know, I just put it over pocket this, Steve. The problem is, it's all right potting all these balls. You're going to run into trouble.
Yeah, you've got to get... You just end up chasing it round, and it was in such a commanding position. Do you know, he's almost gone...
He's gone behind again.
He's gone behind again.
He has. Because he's not got the soldiers. The black's kind of tied up. The yellow's tied up. Matt's got 3 balls. He's obviously got an easy opener. I think what Carl needs to do now is definitely do not pot this yellow, whatever.
Absolutely.
You do. I think maybe put it near to a corner pocket and not over it, because obviously Matt might bully into potting it. So put it near, say 6-12 inches away from the corner pocket, and then Matt would be like, right, I'm going to do whatever I'm going to do, but Carl's still got options. Now then.
He has gone for the pot. I don't know.
Saying that, it's a good shot.
It was a good pop.
No, it's a good shot because all he has to do is drop on it as long as it's not a frozen ball. So if it's touching the cushion, a ball has to hit a cushion after contact.
And I don't think it is touching.
If it's not touching, all he has to do is trust the table. And when I say trust the table, I would be sure it is straight. But if you're playing across a table with a lot of delicacy, if your table's... It's not... So it's just called... Is it a frozen ball? Matt is confirmed that it isn't frozen, so he has to just put his own ball. He's trusting the table, and the table's not let him down. That was the right shot.
Good shot.
Yeah, good shot. If the table bends, though, you kick yourself, and it flicks the red, it would have been a fail, but it was true. The table was all right. So, God only knows where he's got to here.
No, is it touching the red?
Is it touching? Carl seems to think it's touching, but I'm not sure.
Well, this will actually benefit.
It will benefit him immensely if it is touching.
You can just run it round the angles.
Yeah, and you've got a fair chance against Snooker if you weight it correctly.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know whether Matt is totally familiar with the rule of the touching ball, or I don't.
It's quite generic, though. Quite generic though, isn't it?
It is, but he's not been playing long, so I'm not sure. I think he might think he needs to hit the ball, but if he hits the ball, it's a push shot.
Well, he needs to confirm it, I think. Yeah, he's just asked Carl to say.
So, this would be a horrible way to lose if he tries playing to that ball now. He should not play into it. He's touching the ball. He should know this, but like I said, when you're new to the game, you just might not know that rule.
I'd be surprised.
Well,
I'd be surprised if he doesn't know that if you're touching it, you can't play into it.
You don't, yeah,
you have to play away.
Well,
but I have been surprised many times.
I'm surprised.
Before.
I think if he knew that rule, I'm surprised he's not down on it by now. It's just a case of where you put. All you're thinking about is where you put your weight. So. I think his body language tells me he's going to play away from it, but then he keeps coming back to cueing it from this side, which would be obscene, really.
Looks weird.
He has to play away. He has to somehow get up the other side of the table.
And you got to think as well, 3-2 up, win this frame to win the Plate Cup. Bit of pressure.
It is, but it's oh God. What the good God is he doing here?
I think he got a little...
Well, Curl was going to claim Curl was going for the 2 shots then because he played into the red. He'd not played away from it. And luckily, well, it's not lucky, but it's irrelevant, really. The white went in off. So we got the 2 visits anyway. But if he hadn't have gone in off, Curl would have been asking the question, you can't play into a ball. Matt has just played a foul stroke there, even before the white went in off.
Yeah.
And I had a gut feeling, because he's new, and obviously with 1 or 2 players missing today, I got a gut feeling that Matt, it's a shame.
I don't know why he potted that. I know he had a free shot and it was within his right to do it, but I don't know why he potted that.
No, but I mean, if you just, you'd think, I'm thinking he's going to score, I'd put the black into the middle of me, because I'm best middle pocket potter in
Asda.
In Asda, yeah. He's taking. I think about taking the corner pocket. This. I'll put it in the middle just because I can.
Oh, Alan Sharrock.
Alan. Oh my God, Alan Sharrock. I think he's going to have his referee's qualification taken away after that one. I'm not going to bring up anything about Alan Sharrock standing in the wrong place.
To take it to Hill.
Now then.
He's getting it.
He's got it. Yeah. Hill takes it well. Matt, really, he's going to take a lesson out of that, and the lesson he's going to take out of it is, if you're touching a ball, you cannot play across it or into it or whatever. You've got to play away from it. And it's one of those situations where these little rules here and there, it's sometimes bad experiences that get you the experience, and it's not what we want to hear. But to be fair, the game swung a couple of times there. Maybe 1 or 2 bad decisions. Maybe on both parties, if I'm honest.
So we're Hill, deciding frame. First to 4, we've got Rob Canning for the Ramblers.
And you've got Jason Charley for the Bluebell. So they're both experienced players, these 2 guys. Jason Charley runs the Ashton League, which is like it's not a rival league. It's just a Tuesday night league where the big league in Wigan is on Thursday. But they do for all the people who's obsessed with pool. They one fix a week's not enough. They've created a Tuesday league as well, which is a little bit more. It's not scrutinised as much. Sometimes you come off on Thursday and you feel like you've killed somebody. But there are people just a bit more happy on a Tuesday, regardless.
Well,
and Jason runs that league.
Well, Jason for the Bluebell has just won that lag, which means that Bluebell have won every single lag.
Oh my God, who would have thought?
I'm sure it is, but they've certainly won the vast majority.
But I'm telling you something. At least, and I didn't monitor Nicola's game. I didn't, because I wasn't here. And maybe another. There's at least 4 of them. They haven't benefited from 4 of the lags. Even after winning the break, they've come up dry.
Yeah.
So this might not be a benefit to Jason going off previous. So Jason's making sure he's racking his own balls. He doesn't trust Rob in case he leaves a loose red on the front.
Rob wouldn't do that.
I would. Rob's in the zone. Let's see where this break goes.
So this time last year, this was Carl Barron.
Yes. Carl Barron's had more coverage on this stream.
Do you know what?
Oh my God, can you actually believe what's just happened? Another break that's not been benefited from.
That's crazy.
So Rob's choosing his ways. He's picking the best one. He's now cleaning it. So they've not split brilliantly well. But yeah, another break that's not got, it's just unreal.
He could use his free shot here to
bring a few open.
Bring a few out and make it not as congested. Certainly around the black on the left-hand side, that cluster of 3 reds and that yellow.
Yeah, I mean, if you leave the black there till the end of the game, would you want to be trying to pot that black to win the cup final?
Absolutely not.
I'm being a little bit negative there, but it could happen. I think we're a few shots away from the black, by the way.
I think so. I was just thinking that, because it's a foul off the break, whatever Rob pots, if he does pot on his first visit, he's still not on it. He's still not on that colour until he pots another. Many times you've got players that come a cropper.
Well, let's
by missing the second shot and ending up giving an open table to their opponent.
That'd be a disaster, that. I can't see Rob, unless it's total misfortune on the position, I can't see Rob not potting a ball on the second visit. But stranger things have happened. So, let's see. I mean, you could bring the black and all those 3 reds and everything into play in one go and then just say, right, let's have a go. But you'd think every ball on the table would be on after this shot. So he's brought them all out, and for me, it's got to be reds now. The reds are the ball.
I think that was very well judged.
I think it was. Do you know?
It's completely open, and do you know what? He can get the black out. He can get the black out on this. This next shot. If he goes for the red on the left-hand side and in the middle bag, he can just bring it out nice and easy, and he's always got the red on the opposite side into the opposite middle pocket.
Yeah, because I hope that
he's got insurance.
Yeah, I think if he went to the black with one shot, I'd be holding my head in my hands, because I saw that before a ball was actually on. So yeah, like you said, I like that. Bring the black out if we can.
And he doesn't have to smash this apart, because he's always on this.
He's got the pocket.
Just like that.
That's the one. That's a good shot.
And he doesn't want it.
Oh God, that's not a good shot. Oh, that's worked out. What he can do though, off the last red when he gets to it, he can flick the black out, but then you judge into a little bit of luck on where the black goes.
Yeah, absolutely.
But he didn't want to put the black that side of the yellow, did he? Heck? Jason's just chalking up. If he says, "I've got another shot here." So. But he's in amongst the balls, and what his plan has got to be is, if he's going for up, he's got to maybe leave that red till last, flick into the black, and hopefully leave it into the opposite corner pocket. But there is danger in there.
Yeah, I think it's just a case of.
Don't forget, he can quite easily miss a ball.
Well, I was just going to say, I think it's a case of making your pots that you go for.
I think if he's putting that into the top corner, he's got to put the next one into the opposite middle, which is the one next to the yellow, and then he's looking at.
See, I've lost my ability to work out the patterns, and you know, it's weird that, because you get used to it, but when you don't do it for a long while, because I've not played for a year now at least, it's like mental workout. To try and see it. See, you've picked it up straight away.
I'm going to give you a little bit of criticism here, because you was the best pattern maker in the league, but you took it too far. So what Steve, when they broke all the balls open and got on the ball, Steve went, "I've got this," and he had everything calculated to the millimetre. Now, where he went too far is he started calculating the pattern before the break. So then It got so complicated then, didn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Do you know, it's a difficult pattern that, you know, when it's in a triangle, you know.
Yeah, but you went too far. Got a bit OCD on the patterns, didn't you?
Do you know, but I'm being serious. When you've not done it for a while, your brain seems to lose that ability to see the pattern straight away.
Yeah.
I think Selby said the same. I think he's obviously Selby plays snooker now, but he used to play pool. He's former world pool champion, and he, I think is his friend Gareth Potts. Anyway, they were playing together, but and I think Selby said it's just the patterns. You can't see the patterns if you don't play it.
Yeah.
Play the game.
So.
Anyway,
what's he taking on here?
I was just gonna say that. Do you know what pattern he's actually on?
Well, I don't think if he's going for this one over the corner pocket and screwing back probably just before the middle pocket, just to where he is, only another few inches back. Not ideal. That he's not tried to do that. He could play the double, I suppose.
Ooh.
He's just on a
turning into a bit of an Alex Higgins break, this.
It is. The 16-arm break.
Yeah.
Best break of all time, that. Better than Ronnie's 147 in 5 minutes, that one. So I think he's just had a quick look at the yellow behind the black just to make sure that the actual yellow he can't bully the pocket. And God, if he's got that, he'd have a problem red. He'd have the black pocket. Jason would be the favourite by a long shot, but I don't think it does go. If it, looking at it from me, it doesn't go.
I'm sure it's getting busier.
Yes, they're all coming. Some people, they don't like turning out too early because they get too drunk. And talking of drunk, right, I've got a flipping 60th party tonight, mate, so God only knows what state I'm going to be in. Luckily, I've only had 2 pints at the moment, so that's positive. He's going for the double.
Yeah, this is what Andy's like sober, by the way, everyone.
Yeah, I'll get worse in a bit. Right, bounce. Now then, Jason
Andy, you're supposed to be impartial.
I am impartial. As long as Rob wins, it's fine. So, Jason not got a lot. The obvious thing, what I see him looking at is, I don't think he fancies putting that on what's near the where the pink spot would be, because he's got a chance of going off into the middle pocket.
Yeah.
So I don't think he fancies that. Because it's not exactly dead easy to jack your cue up, because you're pretty close to that cushion, so you're almost going to be playing it into that middle, so that's a bit of a crap shot. If he goes for that and goes enough, he deserves it. He's thinking about it. He's thinking about trying to jack up on it, just to try and create the angle, get away from the middle.
See, sometimes I always find that if you come to the table after you've broken off and gone in off, or you've come up dry, and the other player goes ahead and pots a few balls, you come to the table, you almost feel like you need to do something. You need to try and make an impact on the game, when in fact, you just need to play it steady. So play it steady and not do. It
doesn't need to do anything flashy because he's got the black. Now we know that red can create the black into a possible position, but let's see. Oh God, what was I going for? I did not see this shot coming off. Oh my God, this. Oh. I thought he was trying to double and come off the bottom cushion and pot the black, the yellow next to the black. Sorry. So, well, this is not going to take a lot of thinking now, because he's only got one shot, one ball to go at. So, if I'm honest, top this through. He could do again get a bit higher on the. It's not bad, but it could do have been at least straight on the red that's in the middle of the three, because then he's going to put all his eggs in one basket here and put. Let's see if this goes in first. Play it with a bit of top, I would have thought. Yeah. It weren't on it anyway, but it did play it the right way. Played it aggressively. He wanted to leave that into the middle pocket, and then he was going to pop the red, screw into the black, and hopefully the black goes into the opposite corner pocket, but it didn't work out. But anyway, let's go. There's only There's one thing I have noticed here. The Ramblers, and it's only the plate, it's not the big cup. They're going to be taking all afternoon up here, the way it's going on this stream table. There's quite a lot of pool to be played on these stream tables, yeah. So it's going to be midnight speed we're going at. Right, anyway, oh my God, that he's not happy with that. So, Rob's happy with it though, because it now gives him an option. So, was he thinking? To me, it's in Jason's defence, it's not absolutely disastrous, that, you know, because unless you can bounce the yellow out and still, but then you've got a ball on the top cushion, which is, you've got to get on it. So for me, it's not brilliant that for Rob, as some foul visits are beneficial. He's caught in two mans here. He may still actually just pop the one near the top, pop the one into the middle pocket, and then still go back to my plan of hitting the ball on the red on the right hand side and flicking the black across. So that's what he's doing. So it's almost like he's not committed a foul. He's just left Rob in an arse position. Let's see what happens. I'm going to stay as positive as I can here on this visit, because I do want him to win, because he's on my team. So again, it's all about flicking this black across. So he's looking at it now, and he's thinking, right, you'd be hard done. Well, you will flick it across. It's just where it goes, really, and hopefully it doesn't stick behind the yellow. So yeah, that's all right. So it's buried that much into the pocket that you can actually pinch a bit of pocket to create the angle to screw into the black. So it's all about the actual amount of conviction he gets into it and the contact that he gets on the black.
Element of luck here, do you think?
There is an element of luck, there's no question about it. And if I am actually honest, Steve, I'm looking and thinking, would Jason guarantee... We'll see where this goes.
Crucial shot.
I think he'll
be happy with that.
I think he's happy with that. Could it have been slightly better? Of course it could, but by God, it could have been a lot worse. I think he executed that very, very well. And, you know, in or over, because if it do not... It's get the pocket if you missed the part, whatever you do.
He's got the pocket, and he's got the pot.
Oh, my God. I think it'd have been snookered if he hadn't have... I think it'd have been snookered if he hadn't gone in that, though. So, but yeah, good frame. He looks like he's just won lottery. So there you go. Nice team result for the Ramblers.
Absolutely. Just updating the score.
Yeah. So for the rest of the for the event, they'll be glad to see it back at Ramblers, because they've took table up for last, I don't know, what time is it?
It's now 22 minutes past 2, so we've gone over by nearly an hour.
Yeah, we've really took... I hope they don't send us a bill for the electricity. Right, Andy Barnes is leaving the stream short for a short time while he goes and has a pint and celebrates with Robert. Catch you later, guys.
Thanks very much, Andy. So there you have it. Q8 Ramblers win the team plate final in the Orrell District Blackball Pool League by beating the Bluebell Vikings 4-3.